of Lord Vishnu. Third, to disobey the order of the spiritual master. Fourth, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. Five, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Six, to give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. Seven, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in Vedas as fruitive activity karma kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have a complete faith in chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Before we move on to Srimad Bhagavatam class, may I know who all joined this morning?
हरे कृष्ण
हरे
माता जी।
कंदरिका माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय। प्रीतिदासी from Charlotte. हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, Preeti Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day, giving your sweet association. Welcome to the call.
हरे कृष्ण। हरे
हरे
कृष्ण।
कृष्ण माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय। दिस इज अरविंद दास फ्रॉम शिकागो। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, Arvindaksha Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining every day, giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devi Dasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yeshumati Priya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day, chanting so beautifully. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Shyama Devi Dasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Shama Gauri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your recitation on all glories to your services to the group, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandhavika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. My humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Sundarangi Radha Devidasi from India. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining from India and doing services from India. Very grateful to you. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Goish Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and blessing all of us with your sweet association. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna, Ishopanishad Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining this morning for the chanting, also giving your association every single day for Srimad Bhagavatam class. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. We could not hear your voice, but you are unmuted. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hari
Please
Bol.
accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you, wonderful, wonderful servants of the Lord. My name is Sri Sapanishad Dasi. Hari Hari Bol. Thank you for being here. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Sri Ishopanishad Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and giving your association every single day. Welcome to the call, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Valli from Naperville, Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Valli Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association every single day. Welcome to the call. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today, we are very fortunate to have His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. Before I hand over the call to Prabhuji, I would like to read introduction about Prabhu. Give me a minute, let me pull that. Okay. Okay. His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhu is a brahmachari monk, a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, practicing bhakti for about 2 decades. He holds a B.Tech degree from NIT Trichy, among the top 5 universities in India. Graduation from Trinity School of Music, London, for Western classic music. Worked formerly in Tata Motors as a manager. He has rendered a variety of services in past: college preaching, youth mentoring, congregational preaching, center head, youth preaching, secretary, and director. Presently, he is serving under His Grace Kalkanta Prabhu Krishna House program for youth preaching. He is also doing congregational preaching in Florida, which is his base. He has completed various courses like Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Vedanta, teachers training courses, all levels, and now teaches them to variety of audience. He loves to perform kirtan with his harmonium and guitar. And Prabhuji is going to cover us Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 1st chapter, and the verse is 13th verse. 8th canto, 1st chapter, 13th verse. Yeah. Is Prabhuji there on the call, Mataji? No. Okay.
No,
If
Mataji.
anybody wanted to introduce themselves, please go ahead and introduce.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devi Dasi from Bangkok.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Karuna Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining. And all glories to your wonderful services to the group. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Amita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Parvati from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hare Krishna, Parvati Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and giving your recitation. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Please do join us every day. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. This is Chinmayi Rajapriya Devidas.
Hare Krishna, Chinmayi Rajapriya Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for announcing your name this early morning, Mataji. You do join every day, but do never announce in the morning call. Thank you for joining and announcing your name. Welcome, Mataji. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to the assembled Vaishnavas. Vasundhara Devi Dasi from India.
Hare Krishna, Vasundhara Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining us every day, giving your recitation. Welcome to the call. Sanatana Dharma Prabhuji is on the call. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to your wonderful services. Prabhuji, you're in US now?
I'm in Toronto, Canada,
Oh,
very close
Canada.
by,
Okay.
with same time zone as.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhuji, for your valuable time and association this morning and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 1st chapter, 13th verse. Prabhuji, over to you. Hari Bol.
Thank you so much. It'll be nice if I can be made the co-host as I make the prayers.
Yeah.
Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायिते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरतुषे नमः पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम् हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते जयतां सुरतौ पङ्गोर्मम मन्दमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्व कदाम्बोजौ राधा मदनमोहनो तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरि वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, I am very, very happy to be with all of you this morning. Yeah, for me it's morning now. Yes, this morning for the Srimad Bhagavatam class, and we are discussing from Canto 8. The Canto 8, Srila Prabhupada calls this as the dissolution. Yes, and the Acharyas call this particular Canto 8 as Manvantra because this speaks about the different rules of Manu. So we are on Shloka number 13. So I'll just give a big recap of what exactly has happened so far. Yeah. So from first canto to seventh canto, mostly Shukadev Goswami has described about Swayambhuva Manvantra, the first Manvantra. What happens in the Swayambhuva Manvantra? So there are 4 yugas: Satya, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali. And like this, 71 cycles of these yugas, 71 to 72, is one Manvantra. So the entire Srimad Bhagavatam discussion up till now has been this particular Manvantra only. So Parikshit Maharaj was interested to understand and know about the other Manvantras also. Gurudev, please tell about, there are the other 13 Manus. So can you please describe something about them also? What all different pastimes did Lord perform in the other Manvantras? I am very keen to know that. Right? Of course, the 9th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam will be exclusively dedicated to our Manvantara, current Manvantara, right? And after that, there is no talk of other Manvantras. So it is only in this particular canto, 8th canto, that other Manvantras are going to be briefly discussed. Then what happens is from the 4th shloka till the 8th shloka, there is a description, beautiful description of Swayambhu Manu. Still, Shukadev Goswami does not directly say, okay, immediately we'll change. No, there is something more you need to know about Swayambhu Manu. He had gone and taken Vanaprastha along with his wife Shatarupa, and they were engaged in severe austerities. So Manu is a high-class example of wonderful austerities. And in course of performing those austerities, so this is Manu's austerities as a description. So Manu is setting an ideal example for the mankind. Yes, Manu. That's where this word mankind, Manushya, all these things come from Manu. Then in these shlokas, from shloka number 9 to 18, we'll find that Manu is offering various prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we are in this particular section where we are listening to one of the prayers of Manu. Alright, so this is a recap, quick brief recap for everyone's benefit. And now we'll jump to today's shloka. Savishvakayah Puruhuta Isha Satyasvayam Jyotirajah Purana Dattesya Janmadya Jayatma Shaktya Tam Vedya Yodhyasya Niriha Aste. So this is a prayer of Manu. Let's see the word-to-word meaning. Saha. So he is addressing the Supreme Lord here as He. So Manu is completely realized. Whenever Prabhupada would find something like this, he would say, he'd become very happy. He says, see, Krishna is a person. The absolute truth is a person. So Krishna is addressed as Saha. And even in the Shruti mantras, the Supreme Lord is addressed as a person. Saha Aikshataha, Saha Asrijataha. Saha Aikshataha means he who glances. And Saha Asrijataha means he who creates. So the Lord, he glances and he creates. So the absolute person has been addressed as a person, Saha. Again, another Shruti mantra which says Raso Vaisaha. Oh, that personality is full of wonderful transcendental mellows. Rasam hi evayam labdvanandi bhavati. So there are so many statements like this. I am able to see that none of you have turned on your videos. Only few devotees are turning on the videos. So please turn on videos. And if you really don't want to see my face, there is no problem. It's completely fine. But you can turn on your video and put it somewhere, light, tube light, some darshan of your deities, something. Other than this black boxes, anything is okay. No problem. But no, I don't want to see black boxes. Black Brahman. Okay. Vishwakaya. Saha Vishwakaya. So this Vishwakaya is, of course, Kaya means the body and Vishwa means universe. So Vishwakaya means what? The universal form. Krishna, who is the universal form. Okay, so he's referring to the universal form of Lord. Okay. Puruhutaha, known by so many names. Oh, Puruhutaha. So he has many names. Yes, multiple names. A Lord having so many names. Even Lord's devotees have many names. You know, Arjuna has 10 names. He's addressed by different names. Then what to speak about Lord? He also has many names. You cannot count how many names he has. Ishaha. So whenever this word Ishaha comes, it means the controller, supreme controller. And Prabhupada specifically says with full power. Full power. Satyaha, the ultimate truth. So these are all the different qualities of Lord that we are able to see. Swayam, personally. Jyotihi, self-effulgent. Ajaha, unborn or beginningless. Puranaha, the oldest. Dhatte, he performs. Asya, of this universe. Janmadi, Janma means creation. So creation, maintenance, annihilation. That's how Srimad Bhagavatam starts, right? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadyasya Yatonvayat. Itaratas charteshva vignyaswarat. So Janmadi. A personality who performs creation, maintenance, and annihilation. Ajaya. So here, Lord's material energy is called as Ajaya. What is the meaning of Ajaya? Ajaya means you can never conquer this energy. That's why he says, Daivi Esha Godamai Mama Maya Durattaya. But Ajaya means it's impossible to conquer. Yes, you cannot conquer independently. Of course, without Krishna, we cannot conquer. We need the help of Krishna. Yes? Can an ant defeat the army of this entire world? All the nations, US, Canada, India, Japan, China, all of their army put together, can an ant defeat? Not independently. If the ant is alone, no. But of course, if ant is getting some mercy, some higher power, ant can definitely, it's possible. Yes. So that's why it said, in this world, when you run alone, yes, it is called a race, which you may win or lose. But if you are first chanting the names of God and inviting the Lord, the same race will become grace. So if you are alone, it's only a race. And race people win and lose. But grace makes you always a winner. So that capital G is very important for the grace. Okay. So through this grace, Mamevaya prapadyante Maya metam tarantite. So although Ajaya, unconquerable Maya, can definitely be conquered. Atma Shaktya, his personal potency. Tam, that external material energies. Vidyaya, by his spiritual potency. Udasya, giving up. Niriha, without any desire or activity. Aste, he is existing untouched by the material energy. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So the entire cosmic manifestation is the body of the Supreme Personality of God, which means the universe is Krishna's body, the absolute truth. And he has two qualities. He has unlimited names, millions of names, and he has unlimited potency. So in the whole purport, Srila Prabhupada is simply going to elaborate these two things. That's it. That's why I specially highlighted this. So purport is going to be extension of this. And yet Krishna is described with more qualities. He is self-effulgent, he is unborn, he is changeless, he is the beginning of everything. He has created this cosmic manifestation by his external energy. The universe appears to be created, maintained, annihilated by him. Nonetheless, he remains inactive in his spiritual energy and is untouched by the activities of material energy. Yeah. So, wonderful prayer, which teaches us a lot of philosophy about the Supreme Lord. Okay. We'll go to Prabhupada's purport first. Line by line we'll go. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So the first section is spiritual potency of Lord. How to understand what is spiritual potency? We hear this many times. Because this purport we are going to learn only two things about Lord's names and Lord's potencies. So first thing is spiritual potency. What is the meaning of spiritual potency? We have heard this many times. But what is spiritual potency? Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in his Shikshashtakam, Nam Nam Akari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has many names which are all non-different from the person, Supreme Person. This is spiritual existence. By chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra consisting of names of the Supreme Lord, we find that the name has all the potencies of the person. Yes. This is spiritual quality. In this material world, we find that people have different names. Yeah. There are so many beautiful names that people have. Correct. The people can have, no, I hope there's nobody with this name here, but a man may have the name Shanta. Mataji may have a name Shanti, but they're most disturbed. Possible? So they're absolutely not having any qualities of their name. Oh, the name is saying Shanta, Shanti, but they are not at all Shanta. They're very Ashant. Possible, right? Another thing. Okay, there may be somebody in this world having the name Padma Lochana, Kamala Lochana. Yes? Oh wow, Nayana Sundara. Such kind of names can be there. But that person may not have eyes also. He may be blind and still have the name Kamal Sundara. So in this world, it's very clear that people are not very much, things are not matching very much with their names. If you see the Vedic times, the names used to be given aptly. When you do some activity, you are named accordingly. Yes. A person very much attached to two things, gold and soft bed. He was named Hiranyakashipu. Because gold means greed and Kashipu means a soft bed, attachment to sex life. Because of these two attachments, his name was Hiranyakashipu. Because these are the only two business he would do in his life. Okay. There is a personality who would make everyone else cry. He was named as Ravana. They would give him proper names. Another personality, his actual name was Suyodhana, who knows how to properly choose his fightings, his war. But because he didn't know, he was messing up with devotees of Lord. He's committing offense and aparat to Lord's devotees. So this fellow doesn't know how to choose his fight properly. So they changed his name. This fellow should become Duryodhan because he doesn't know properly. Again, there was a person who was supposed to rule properly, to conduct properly. His name was Sushasana. But that fellow ended up attempting to disrobe the Kulavadhu of the Pandavas. And thus, no, this fellow cannot be Shusasan. He has to be Dushasan. He doesn't know how to conduct himself properly. He doesn't have any control over his own body. So this is how the different names were given. Ravana's son, Meghanath. Because whenever he would speak, he would recite the mantras. It would be like the rumbling of the clouds. The one with the big tail, Vali. So all the names were very aptly given. Prahalad, Prakrishta Rupena Ahlad, one who was very blissful in his existence because of his complete remembrance of Lord. Dhruva, determination. Everywhere you find in the Bhagavatam, there are names given. You look at Uttanapad. He had two wives. One was Suruchi, one was Suniti. So what is the meaning of Suniti? Suniti means principles. Suruchi means pleasures. And Uttanapad is the Jivatma. Jivatma is usually attached to what? He is attached to pleasures. That's why he was attached to Suruchi. And what the Jivatma doesn't like? He doesn't like Suniti. He doesn't like principles. He doesn't consider principles also. So Suniti, Suruchi. But who gives birth to determination? Dhruva means determination. Who gives birth? It is the principles. Suniti, who gives birth to principles. So that way the Namakaran was done very beautifully. All the names are very, very apt. Not like this world. But if you see, actually all the names and all the wonderful qualities originally belong to Krishna. Everything is Krishna's names. All the names are Krishna's names. And the Jivatmas, they borrow the names from Krishna. The different names of Krishna. Brahma. What is the meaning of Brahma? Brahma means great. Who is great? Actually, Krishna is great. Krishna is the greatest. Not just great, he is the greatest. So this word Brahma actually suits very aptly for Krishna. Who is Shiva? What is the meaning of Shiva? Shiva means all auspicious. All auspicious. Right? And who is all auspicious? Actually, it is Krishna who is all auspicious. And because of Jepadala Gilo Shiva, Shivatvalo Gila. So because Shiva held the water emanating from the lotus feet of Lord carrying the saffron dust particles, that's why he became Shiva and Gangadhar. Correct? Many times devotees ask this question, Prabhuji, when we chant Hare Krishna, we know. Hare Krishna, we are chanting. Krishna is Krishna, okay. Sham Sundar Krishna. But Hare Rama, Rama is who? Who is Ram? Is he a Parshuram? Is he Balram? Is he Shri Ram? Kodandaram, holding the bow? Which Ram is? Oh, actually that even the meaning of the word Ram is what? The supreme enjoyer who gives supreme enjoyment to all his devotees. So as such, then who is Rama? Rama is also Krishna, Radhika Ramana. Yes? And Prabhupada said once in a purport, okay, somebody is very attached to chanting of Ram's name. I want to go to Ramlok, Saket Dham, Ayodhya Dham. What should I do? Prabhupada said, still you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Because this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is so powerful, it can give you everything. Wherever you want to go, you can go. So you want to go to Ram's planet, you can go there by chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So it really doesn't matter. Because ultimately Krishna is the source of all these wonderful names. Right? So that is the potency. Now here there is a description of spiritual potency. Prabhupada would often say, come on, you think this Hare Krishna chanting is mundane? Then try chanting Coca-Cola, 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 Cola. Chant that mantra. What will happen? It is, first of all, it's not a mantra. Because the very meaning of mantra means manastrayate iti mantra. That which delivers the mind is called as mantra. But this will not deliver the mind. This will frustrate the mind. Person will get headache. Oh my God. So much of headache. Yes. In the people who are very, very frustrated people are usually the digital jockeys. You know DJ? Digital jockeys? Yes, they put different songs, permutation, combination, and they hear it for a long time. They have to hear for so much time. Other people, they come, they dance for some time on the dance floor, 30 minutes, 1 hour, and then they're done. Their program is over. Their sadhana is complete. They cannot do more than that. But this poor fellow has to stand hours and hours hearing that mundane sound. And that fellow is damn frustrated. He gets headache, migraine, and so many problems. Because mundane sound is boring, ultimately, even in the long run. But if somebody were to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, yeah, that is something we can do. Kirtan, we can have 24-hour Kirtan. We cannot have 24-hour Dandiya Nach. That we cannot have on some film songs. People will get bored. Nobody wants that. But 24-hour Kirtan, yes, that is possible. That is something which is possible. 24-hour non-stop Bollywood songs, nobody wants. Hollywood, Bollywood, nobody wants that. Why? Because maybe for some time we can do it. That's the nature of material sound. But the spiritual potency means what? Spiritual potency means the name is as good as Krishna. Yes, and that is why it is said, Abhinnatvam Nama. The spiritual potency is Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto Abhinnatvam Nama Namino. Yes. So Krishna, the holy name has the same potency of Krishna. The moment we realize this, then we are at the stage of Namabhas. That is the meaning of Namabhasa. How to go to Namabhas stage? Just realize Krishna is non-different from his name. Just by knowing this, we are at the stage of Namabhas. That's the power. So when we chant Krishna, we get Krishna. Just by saying water, 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 we will not get water. No. You have to actually go, take your water bottle, go to the tap, fill your water, and then drink the water. You will not get water otherwise. Right? There's a beautiful shloka that comes in the 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Sakrin mana Krishna padara vinde niveshitam yet gunaragyeruna nate yavam pasham. He said that a person who even in dreams, Chakravarti Thakur says like, even in dreams if he chants Hare Krishna, in reality he will never see Yamdutas. So you can do bhakti in dream also. Of course, don't take it so seriously. Otherwise, Prabhu, where were you for Mangalarti? You didn't come? Oh, in the dream I was doing Mangalarti, Prabhuji. Acha, in dream you are doing Mangalarti? So you should not give such excuses. Kulashekar Alvar can do that. One of the great 12 alvars of the Sri Sampradaya, Kulashekar Alvar, once he would never be late for the morning program, the Mangalarti. So one day he came late. So everybody was shocked. What happened? Why he couldn't come? So then Kulashekar Alvar said, actually in the dreams I was dreaming of Krishna. That we can believe. But over here, if we say, oh, why you didn't come for the Bhakti Sangha Japa class, Bhagavatam class, why you didn't come? Oh, actually I was sleeping, and in the sleep there was beautiful class going on by Maharaj, and I was listening to that class, so it felt so real. We cannot make that excuse. But however, the Bhagavatam is giving us that concession that even in dreams, if one chants Hare Krishna or remembers Krishna, in reality one will never see the Yamdutas. That is the potency of Krishna. Yes. On the other hand, there was once a person who was sleeping, and he suddenly woke up and he ran suddenly. What happened? People were all shocked. He went towards the filter and opened the knob of the filter, and he put his mouth underneath the filter and he was drinking water like a very thirsty. What happened? What happened? He said, Prabhuji, I was sleeping and my throat was constantly aching. I was drinking water, continuously drinking water, but still my throat was paining, my hiccups was not going. I drank so much of water, still nothing was happening. You know why? Because he was drinking the water in the dream. Yeah. So drinking water in dream is useless. He was drinking so much of water in the dream repeatedly, but there was no use. On the other hand, he had to actually get up and drink physical reality. But even in dreams, having done bhakti, one will be getting the mercy, because that is the spiritual potency of love. All right, we'll go to the next section. Okay, before I go to the next session, I would like to give a small activity to all of you. So Krishna has many names, right? Can you all type in the chat which is your favorite name of Krishna? Which is your favorite name? You must be having your favorite, right? I love this particular name. Shama Sundar, Radha Madan Mohan, Srinivas, Madhava, Madhusudana. Okay, only Krish. All right. Rasa Bihari. Guru Dr. Hari. What is this? Mukunda, Kanha, Krishna, Jagannath, Radha Giridhari. Can you see? Every devotee has their favorite name. Gopal, Kano, Kanua, Kanuda, Kanaya. See? Amazing. So every one of us sitting here in the Zoom call, we have Damodar Krishna, Gopinatha. Wow. So we each and every one of us, we have our favorite names, right? Kunja Bihari. Okay. Let's see what Prabhupada has to say about this. So one question may arise, how does Lord have so many names? Yes. So these names keep getting added. There are many, many names. Prabhupada did that. Prabhupada called the Lord London Ishvara, Paris Ishvara. So that way, how many other cities are there, we can just add Ishvara. Correct? Why? Because that's true. Krishna is Toronto Ishvara. I'm right now in Toronto. Montreal Ishvara. Ottawa Ishvara. Florida Ishvara. Ontario Ishvara. Yes, you can keep adding. It can never get over. Yes, because Krishna is actually the Ishvara of that place. Rathangapani. Yes. So the Lord's activities are many. And according to his activities, he has many names. Yeah, that's the secret. The Lord keeps performing various pastimes, amazing pastimes, newer and newer pastimes. Correct? Even those pastimes are, one may say, okay, I heard the Damodar Lila, I know it. But still it appears newer and newer every time. Yan nutana se ishvasya shrunvan api kathamuhu. That's the nature of Krishna Katha. But however, Krishna is known to be performing newer and newer pastimes. Yes. Srimati Radharani, she cooks. And she cooks different dishes every time. She doesn't repeat a dish. And if Krishna wants, he can also do that. He can produce newer and newer activities. Yes, he can introduce newer and newer games to play with his friends. Yes, he can invent different newer ways and strategies to steal butter. Same activity, Makan Chor, but he can steal in different ways. Correct? He can do Gocharan in different ways. He can have different sports. He can have different dance moves for Ras Leela, everything. So based on his different Leelas that Krishna performs, many Leelas, he gets many names. He appeared as the son of Mother Yashoda and also the son of Mother Devaki. Therefore, he is named Devaki Nandan Yashoda Nandan. Both. Haribol. So he has his name based on his mother, Nandanandana, Vasudev. Even the names which is connected to his father. Radha Natha, Radha Kanta, the names connected to his lover. Yes, Krishna Sakha. Actually, when Kunti Maharani addresses Krishna as Krishna Sakha, she says Sri Krishna Krishna Sakha. So Sri Krishna, she's addressing Sri Krishna with different names. Krishna Sakha. Krishna Sakha means what? Krishna Sakha means Arjun's friend. Here Krishna refers to Arjun. We'll see that shloka. It's a beautiful shloka. This is the last prayer of teachings of Queen Kunti. So that particular prayer tells us how Krishna performs his pastimes to give pleasure to his devotees. So we will read that. So Sri Krishna, why is called Sri Krishna? Because he is attractive. So he attracts all jivas. So he is giving pleasure to all jivas. So he is called Sri Krishna in general. But specifically, he gives pleasure to his devotees. His name connect. Krishna Sakha, the friend of Arjuna. So Krishna became the friend, philosopher and guide of Arjuna, directing him very beautifully in this war against the Kauravas. Gave him wonderful sermons and instructions when Arjuna needed it. Supported him. He's a true friend. Friend in need is friend indeed. So when Arjuna needed Krishna the most, he was there for him. Yes, Vrishni, he gave pleasure to all the Vrishni and became Varshniya. That became his, he is also called as Varshniya. Arjuna also addresses Krishna as Varshniya. Yes, because he's connected with Vrishni dynasty. Rishabha Avani Druk. So he's also called as, Rishabha means chief, and Avani Druk Rajanya, the rebellious king's dynasty Dahana. He gave pleasure to Avani, Bhumi. Yes. How? By destroying all the notorious kings, the villains, the antagonists, the rebellious kings who were causing the burden on the earth. So he gave pleasure to earth. That's why he's also called as Bhupati. Correct? Dahana. He burned them. Apavarga Virya. So he's also called Apavarga Virya because he exhibited chivalry, unparalleled chivalry, which you cannot find in this world. Yes. He's called as Govinda. One who gives pleasure to the senses of his devotees. Go Dvija Surarti Haravatara. Yes, he has connection with cows, he has connection with Brahmanas, and he has connection with the demigods. What connection? Arti Haravatara. He takes away all their distress. Arti is distress and Hara is to steal. So Arti Hara Avatara. So he's appeared just to steal the distress of all these personalities. Yogeshwara. Yes, he is the one who is the master of all the mystics. So all the yogis, ultimately Krishna is their master. Akhila Guru. He is the unparalleled teacher who gave the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and thus is enlightening all of us even today. Bhagavan Namaste, one possessing all six opulences in fullest, is Bhagavan. Yes? See here? So this is how Krishna is giving pleasure to all the different devotees. Krishna is Draupadi, Krishna, because she was darkish in complexion. Krishna is Arjuna because even Arjuna was darkish in complexion. Arjun, Uddhav, Krishna, they were all dark. So is Draupadi. That's why the name. The Lord has a multitude of energies and therefore he acts in multifarious ways. So one may have a question, why Krishna performs many actions? He performs many actions because he has multifarious energies. Correct? And for that particular activity which he performs through his Shakti, it can be through his few examples is Ichcha Shakti, yes, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti. These are all some of the Shaktis of Krishna. He has Parasya Shaktir Vivideva Shruyate. He has many Shaktis. So one of his Shaktis he may perform one activity, and that particular activity he gets a particular name. Right? The Shastras recommend which names we should chant, such as Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It is not that we have to search for some name or manufacture one. We don't have to. Because this is the philosophy of Mayavadis. What they say? They say, oh, it does not matter. You can chant anything. Okay, which form to meditate on? You can meditate on any form. Yes, worship anyone, meditate on anyone, chant anything you want, because ultimately yatomat tatopat. All paths lead to the same goal. This is a foolish philosophy. Absolutely not. Yes, in fact, Krishna is so merciful to his devotees. Brahmaji prays, Tvam bhakti yoga paribhavita hirtsaroja ase shrute kshitapato nanunata pumsam yatyadhyata urugaya vibhavayanti tattadvapu pranese tadanugrahaya. In the prayers of Brahma, this is beautiful verse which says that Tvam bhakti yoga paribhavita hirtsaroja. You become situated on the lotus feet of a heart of a devotee and who here asya shrutekshita pato nanunata pamsam, who has become a very sincere listener of Srimad Bhagavatam. And then a sincere seeker of Bhagavan becomes a seer of Bhagavan. And which form Krishna takes? Krishna takes that particular form which you are attached to. Yadyadhyata urugaya, whichever form the devotee wants, tattadvapu, I am willing to take that particular form and give darshan to my devotees. That's how merciful is Krishna. Very, very merciful. Right? So we cannot say like you can chant any name and manufacture one name, you can concoct one name. No, there are bona fide names in Shastras. And especially when it comes to Hare Krishna Mahamantra, well, the Kali Santran Upanishad has made it very clear. It is Shodashaka Namnam Kali Kalmashanashanam Nakta Paratrupaya Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. There is no other way in the Kali Yuga, even if you scan through and browse through all the Vedic literatures, except for the 16-word Mahamantra, which is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is the Mahamantra. So that's why we chant. And again, Padma Purana also says this particular verse, Sampradaya Vihinaya Mantraste Nishvalamata. So the Padma Purana says that Sampradaya Vihina, without getting a mantra properly from Guru Shishya Parampara, it is fruitless. You will not get the fruit. Of course, one may get liberated, just like Ajamil got liberated from all the sinful activity. He was not in any parampara. But you will not get the fruit. Nishphala. Phala you will not get. What is the phala? Prema. That is the purpose of chanting. So what is the sadhana? What is the sadhya? There was Tapan Mishra in Chaitanya Charitamrita, the father of Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. Yes, Bahu Shastra Bahu Vakya Chitta Hoya Brahma. So he was not knowing what is sadhana and what is sadhya. He was confused with these two things. And that's when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him very clearly, sadhana is chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the holy name of Krishna. This is sadhana. And he gave him the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And sadhya is prema. This is our goal, to attain Krishna prema. Right? Rather, we must follow the saintly persons and the Shastras in chanting the holy name. Yes. So we have received this Hare Krishna Mahamantra in Guru Parampara. Right? And even the Shastras, Kali Santara Upanishad, very clearly gives the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we can accept and chant this Mahamantra. Haribol. Going ahead. On understanding God. Understanding and not understanding God. This is the last paragraph. Although the material and spiritual energies both belong to the Lord, He is impossible to understand as long as we are in the material energy. So till the time we are under Maya, Mahamaya, or the material energy, it is impossible for us to understand Krishna. No. Correct? So what are all the symptoms one is in Maya? I would like to hear something from all of you. You can all type. How do you understand we are in Maya or somebody is in Maya? Can you give some statements? Please type in the chat and you can take part. Okay. So the first symptom of Maya is he's engaged in sense gratification. Sense gratification is a general term. Can you be more specific? Attachment to material engagement. How to understand what is material engagement? Okay. All are fictional stories, Lord's pastimes, people say. That is the thought process of a person who is in Maya. He considers Krishna Leela to be storybook. We are all in Maya only. Thank you for honestly accepting, but how? Enjoying propensity. Enjoying what? Party. Okay. Party. Somebody is still attached to going to parties with friends. Yes. One is attached to too much daydreaming or too much sleep. More than required. Yes, one is in. That's what Prabhupada said actually. Prabhupada said how to find out someone is Maya. He sleeps too much. More than required is Maya. You have to take care. Yeah, still attached to watching movies. Maya. Whatever keeps us away from Krishna, please be specific. Too much attached to, he's just spending time to get money, name and fame. He's investing all his energy there. One can collect money money for Krishna. One can preach to increase Krishna's name and fame. There is no problem with that. But you have to ask once. Opposite sex attraction. Yes, Kama. This is Maya. I am the lord of my house. Despite having Vigraha, Sri Vigrahas, they are the lordships. They are the owner of the house, but we still think we are the owner. That is Maya. Less interest in Krishna. This is also correct. This is also Maya. Less interest in Krishna means more interest in Maya. So, okay, we are having Bhagavatam class. No, I don't know everything. I'm not coming. Can we chant one round together? Absolutely not. I'll leave the room. I'll do something more productive. Maya. Yes, a necessity for a big house, new car, for the purpose of showing off to others. Of course, if somebody is taking a big house for conducting bigger house program, somebody is taking a new car just so that we can serve Vaishnavas. I will bring Maharajas from the airport, Prabhupada disciples and senior devotees from the airport to temple. I'll just be a driver. Yeah, there is no problem. Okay, foodie. Yes, too much. Atyahar. Udara Vegam, Jiva Vegam. Yes, Maya. Very good. So, browsing too much social media, Maya. Correct. My clothes, my jewelry, my money. Yes, it should be Krishna's clothes, Krishna's jewelry. Yes. Forgetting one's true self. Yes, very true. Thank you. Thank you. You all gave a wonderful answer. So as long and until we are attached to these things, it will be one thing you all did not say, but it's a very big symptom of Maya, which is Janasanga. Eagerness to associate with material minded people. It can be via online medium or it can be offline medium. It can be motivation speakers It can be sports stars, it can be actors, actress, anybody. That is also Maya, Jana Sangha. So the first thing Vaishnava has to give up is Jana Sangha. Asat Sangha Tyag Ei Vaishnavachar. Sri Sangi Eka Sadhu Krishna Bhakta. So giving up the Jana Sangha is very important. That is the first step to becoming Vaishnava. Mahaprabhu says this. So attachment to Jana Sangha means definitely this. Jana Sangha is going to keep us in Maya. So Jana Sangha and Sangha Tyagat. All what you mentioned now is Sangha Tyagat, the attachments. But before that, the association has to be purified. That is important. Okay? And when we come to the spiritual energy, he is very easy to know. Correct? Very easy you can know Krishna when you are in the spiritual energy. As stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Mayam Vyudasya Chichaktya Kaivalye Stita Atmani. Although external energy belongs to Lord, when one is in the external energy, Mama Maya Durtya, he is very difficult to understand. Yes. Because the external energy will provide you substitute. That's the function of external energy. The Jiva cries for Krishna. Give substitute. Let's see a situation just like a child. A child is actually crying for mother. Where is mother? Where is mother? And suppose the mother is not there. What we'll do, we'll give the child some toy to play. Take this, ding, 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 ding. So the child is playing for some time. Yes, he's engaged. So Maya gives that. She gives a bell, she gives toys, she gives different kind of snacks to eat. So to distract the child from the mother. That's the job that Maya does, provide substitutes for Krishna. There is no substitute for Krishna. That is when one gets the realization, Matta Parataram Nanyat. What does that mean? Matta Parataram Nanyat, 7.7 Bhagavad Gita means there is no substitute for Krishna. No matter how much we try, we will not be able to substitute Krishna in our life. We need Krishna. Yes, so Maya's job is to keep giving us substitutes. Okay, watch this. iPhone, Insta, Netflix. Please take and try to forget Krishna. Please don't remember Krishna. Take this. Whenever you want to remember Krishna, I'll give you. It is said Maya works 24 hours, but for devotees, she does overtime. Because the devotee is trying to remember Krishna. Oh, now I need to give special tests to these people. So she works harder for devotees. Much harder. So she ensures that only sincere jivas can pass through a test and go towards Krishna. However, when one comes to the spiritual energy, one can understand him. Therefore, in Bhagavad Gita 8.55, it is said, Bhaktyamam abhijanati yamanyaschasmi tatpataha. One who wants to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead in reality must take to the platform of Bhakti or Krishna consciousness. This is the process to realize Krishna, to understand Krishna. Right? And this is why Prabhupada has opened this wonderful institute of ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, so that we can see Krishna, we can talk to Krishna, we can be with Krishna, and we can realize Krishna completely. That's why it is the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Once there was a suggestion that came to Prabhupada, you're registering a worldwide organization. Why don't you name it International Society for God Consciousness? Prabhupada said very clear, Krishna is God. Krishna is what you need. Even George Harrison said the same thing in the foreword to Krishna book. It is actually Krishna we are looking for. But we don't know that. Nate vidu swartha gatim hi Vishnu. Durashrayaye bahirarthamanina. It's a perfect sloka. We are actually looking for Krishna everywhere, but we do not know that. And thus bahirarthamanina, we are enamored by Maya's false toys and substitutes. This bhakti consists of various activities: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. And to understand the Lord, one must take to the path of devotional service. And actually this is progressive. You start with Shravan and Atmanivedanam is the final climax. That's how we progress. Correct? So to understand this, we must start Shravanam. Prabhupada was addressing a group of students from the Boston University. I read that particular extract. And there Prabhupada makes a very wonderful point. How do you get convinced of philosophy? You get convinced by Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya, every day listening to the philosophy. So how to increase that conviction? every single day, we should listen to Srimad Bhagavatam. We do that Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya, then our conviction will increase. That is the Shravana Dasha. And when the Shravana Dasha is complete, then you go to the Varana Dasha, Kirtan. Then there is Maranavastha. Then the remembrance of Krishna will increase. Then there is Sampatti Dasha, like a deeper level of absorption in Krishna. Then realization of Krishna takes place. These 4 stages are mentioned very nicely in the NY. You can see these 4 stages. Shravana Dasha, Varana Dasha, Smaranavastha, Sampatti Dasha. Sampatti Dasha has further 5 qualities. Final thing is Samadhi. That's a we ultimately want to get to this platform where we are 24 hours Krishna conscious. But how it starts with Shravana Dasha. First, we should be saturated with listening Krishna Katha attentively. Even though the people of this world have forgotten God and may say that God is dead, is this not a fact? I think before, even the US government, they used to say, in God we trust. I think that is finished now. They removed that. In God we trust. They took it off. So people are taking off God from everywhere. Previously, in many schools, at least in India, there used to be school assemblies where they would have for some prayers. Any prayer, something. But now they're stopping that, or they say it's a waste of time. So let's directly go to the subject. They want to remove God from everywhere. Initially, television that came in India, when the television came, they used to show Ramayana and Mahabharata. Yes, but slowly they're removing that also, and they're replacing it with all nonsense. So Jiva has become expert to forget Krishna. But we have to reverse now and start remembering Krishna. One can understand God when one takes to the Krishna conscious movement, and thus one can be happy. Yes. That's what Prabhupada says. What is Prabhupada's final Mahavakya? Chant and be happy. Haribol. I'd like to pause here. So mainly we discussed 2 things. We discussed about Krishna's unlimited potency, spiritual potency of Krishna. That means Krishna can manifest himself in his names, in his deities, in his dhams, in the scriptures, through his devotees, everywhere. And especially the spiritual potency of the name, how Krishna gets various names. And it is through Nama in the age of Kali Yuga that we can realize Krishna by listening to the holy name that we chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the sound vibration will realize Krishna. All right, any questions? Yes, Sindhura Mataji, please unmute and go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. Very, very, very beautiful class. Thank you once again for reminding all the names of Krishna. It's always pleasurable to reiterate the sweetness of his name. I had one question related to the name itself, Prabhu. If somebody is named as Krishna in this world, right? I know we know the Ajamila pastime where he called out Narayana. If you look at our older generations, they always name their child with the God's name so that when they call, you get reminded. How do we take it? Somebody may not be of that quality in this world, but still they're named as Krishna, right? I actually have a colleague who's named as Krishna. So whenever I call him, I do think of Krishna, but how do I understand that?
Yes, so you have to understand he is Krishna Das and he's forgotten it. Jivera Swarup Hoy Krishnir Nitya Das. Actually, there's Das also there. Yeah.
So when we remember or when we call out to that, is it the same Krishna that we are calling out, although it is the material person that we are referring to?
We're referring to the material person because he's actually Krishna Das. So whenever a person is there, any qualities actually, everyone is a Krishna Das. So we may call Krishna, but actually that person is Krishna Das.
Okay.
He's servant of Krishna.
So we relate
He's a
to
part and
them.
parcel of Krishna.
I see. So we relate to them as part and parcel of Krishna.
Yes.
It is not actual
Yes.
Krishna.
No.
Okay.
How can
Thank
he
you,
be
Prabhu.
Krishna? Actual
Yes,
Krishna.
exactly. But that Namha Bas comes, right? That's where I got confused, where, although he called to Narayana, his son, Vishnu actually sent his Vishnu Dutas, so that's why I was a
It
little
happened,
confused.
Chakravarti Thakur explains in the sixth canto, Ajamila's father was a pujari of the Vishnu deity, Vishnu Murti. And Ajamila's father would worship and Ajamil would assist him. And because of that assisting, although he was not a devotee as such, he was a pious Brahmana worshipping Vishnu Murti, because that is the duty of Brahmana, to worship. So, because he had some service to the deity, he remembered the form of the deity also when he chanted.
I see. Okay.
It
That makes sense.
happens. Yeah. So that's that. Because of that remembrance, he was given mercy.
Perfect. Now it adds up, Prabhu. I think it makes sense now. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
So this is
I
mentioned by
had
Chakravarti Thakur.
wonderful answer. Thank you so much, Prabhu. I had one more comment when I was listening to your lecture today. You said you need to be saturated by Shravanam. I don't think so. We can ever be saturated. One, it is so.
We're not saying saturated in the sense that disgusted. Saturated means
No.
keep adding, going on.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's so beautiful that, although you're in a way saturated, you're not actually saturated by
Yeah.
Krishna's pastime.
In this material world, saturated means bored. In spiritual sense, saturated means completely satisfied and fulfilled, feeling a sense of fulfillment.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Her Grace Shri Ishopanishad Mataji, you're such an inspiring person to me. You can unmute and please add your
Haribol,
comment.
Hare Krishna. Thank you
Hare
so
Krishna.
very much for your wonderful, wonderful thinking. You get us to thinking about things. I wanted to ask if, so many things I had, so many questions. First, you said associating with worldly minded people and personalities, movies, going to theaters, entertainers, that is being in Maya. Am I correct?
Yes.
Haribol, Hare Krishna. So one should avoid this. It all. I just can't even get it out because I'm so
Because if
in
one is
Maya.
serious about going back to Godhead, one should avoid it at all costs. Yeah, you're right.
It is so hard to avoid these because you have family, friends, people that you try to help, by having your association. So it's just so complicated, so difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
My other,
difficult, but it's not
my
impossible.
other, I just wanted to just reconfirm that because there's that's so important in our
Yes.
devotional life. The other thing is that Hiranyakasipu, you said the names pretty much determine what the personality is going to be alike. So when Hiranyakasipu when he was born, he was given that name, Hiranyakasipu, so we already knew what he was going to be about, right? These
Yeah.
names already
Yeah.
tell you what they're
Exactly.
all about, right? So that was mainly. I get so excited when you bring so many things up to the attention, So thank you so very much. Haribol, Hare Krishna, for
Thank
your
you.
association.
Thank you. I just wanted to add something in this context. What used to happen is there is a ceremony called Jataka ceremony, which is done at the birth of a child. Of course, Hiranyakashipu being a heavenly person, divine person, he as soon as he was born, he grew in size.
Yes.
And but still he had a Jataka, which means what are the activities? So based on the activities of the child was given a name. And if the child would align to the activities mentioned as per his Jatak, his name would be retained. But if the child would deviate from the name, then the name is changed.
Haribol, Hare Krishna. Thank you
That's
so
a
much.
yeah. So regarding your comment about giving up activities as a hope, this is about Ambrish Maharaj. Sa ittam bhakti yogena tapo yuktena parthivaha swadharmena harim prinam sarvan kamar shani. So even Ambrish Maharaj had material desires. He had material attachment, but all these things, Shanai Jahu. Shanai, what Prabhupada says, Shanai means gradually. So it's very hard to give up things instantaneously, but Shanai Jahu, one can give up gradually. Yes, so we should be in progress in giving up these attachments and attaching ourselves more to Krishna. So we can
Jai.
progress that way.
You
I hope
made
that
me
was
think of
helpful.
something. Jai Prabhu, one more thing. You said something about when we're chanting the holy name. You know, the Lord has so many names, but we were given to say Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. So that's for us in this particular time that we're living right now. It has a lot of potency, is what I'm saying. And that's why it's important to say it to everyone that we come into contact with. It's because it's so endowed for this particular time that we're living. I really understand that now. You can see it manifest in the potency when you say it to anyone. So Hare Krishna, Haribo. Thank you for reminding that. Oh, one more thing. You gave a name for the personalities that we engage in when we're engaging outside. It was Haranya or something. You said it was a name for indulging in activities outside of Krishna consciousness. Or when we're okay. How do you spell that?
Okay, I'll give you a reference. This comes in the second shloka of Nectar of Instruction.
Okay, right.
It's called Jana Sangha. Okay, you can go to NOI, verse number 2, right? And I put the spelling in the chat.
All right, thank you. Haribo, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for such a beautiful class. Very grateful to you. I really like the beginning of the class. You were talking about race and grace. That's very nice, Prabhuji. If I wanted to live in this material world and be run with this materialistic people, the race that I cannot do it. I can only live in this material world by grace of Krishna. Thank you so much. And also the names that we get in olden days was about the quality in a person. That's how you get it. But in right now it is not like that. We just name accordingly. But we as Krishna conscious devotees, once you get into Krishna consciousness, Guru Maharaj gives us names. So by the grace of Guru Maharaj, definitely we will be to the name that we have got. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very beautiful.
That's a mission statement in life.
Yeah, yeah. Very, very beautiful class, Prabhuji. You have make us meditated on different names of Lord Krishna. Such a beautiful class, Prabhuji. Very, very grateful. Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Before
I think there is
Harish,
some questions in chat box. Would you like to
I
take that?
think Harish Shama Gauri Mataji wants to say something. Once she says, then I would like to say something. Before that, okay, I'll say before. Actually, the name which was given to me, many devotees said, Guru Maharaj give you such a beautiful name, Sanatana Dharma. Prabhu. You're going to preach Sanatana Dharma. I said, let me follow. Big expectation. First follow.
No, Prabhuji, His Grace, Vrajavilas Prabhu was saying, no, Vrajabihari Prabhu was saying about one devotee, maybe that is you, because I did not hear the thing properly, because he said that he was always preaching about Sanatana Dharma, and everybody was thinking what his name could be, and Maharaj gave him name about Sanatana Dharma. So because Guru Maharaj gives the names, like he like does so much research about it, and he meditates on his weeks and days and together, and then he gives the name. And that's why we were talking about the names only that time, and maybe that's you only, Prabhuji, I guess, because your name is Sanatan Dharma. So, yeah.
As such,
Thank
when
you.
it was, Maharaj was naming me, my name was in the next sheet. He had to turn, but he didn't see the sheet. He just looked at me and named.
Yes.
I very fondly remember. He didn't see the sheet at all.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Prabhuji. Very, very wonderful class and very nice meditation on the names of the Lord and his devotees. Thank you so much.
Very quickly, rapid fire wrap up today's discussion with, because I don't want to displease devotees who are there. The meaning of Radha, Vinod. Yes, so Vinod can be success, prosperity, joy. It can have different meanings, but mainly it is Radha Vinod is one who is giving pleasure in the pastimes. Radha Vinod. So Vinod refers to that. Vinod can also mean funny pastime, jokes. While chanting, we are not able to concentrate, then we put Prabhupada's chanting audio and chant simultaneously loudly with it. That is appreciated at the beginner stage because beginners don't know how to pronounce properly. But as we are making progress over the years, we should not maintain that practice. Otherwise, we can be in a grand illusion of chanting nicely because Prabhupada's machine is going on nicely. So that will not help us to assess our japa. Right? So it is not encouraged to chant with someone. We should hear our own japa. Yannama Shruti Matrena Puman Bhavati Nirmala. Can my son keep clothes that he wore in the Terevi of my father? Wash it. Wash it thoroughly and keep it. Krishna means all attractive. What is the meaning of Radha? Radha comes from Aradhana. Anaya radito nunam bhagavan haririshwarta. Tanno vihaya govindo prito yad anayadvaha. This comes in the Bhagavatam. Shukadev himself says, Radha comes from Aradhana, one who has worshipped Krishna very nice, the best worshipper of Krishna. It comes from there. Can you elaborate on Varana Dasha? I will not be able to elaborate now, but I'll give you a reference. Go to Nectar of Instruction, read the chapter number 8. In the purport, you will get it. Okay. Maybe know your favorite name of Lord Krishna. Okay. My favorite name of Lord Krishna is Govinda. Always. It has always been like that. However, I like Gauranga more than Govinda. That's the truth about my heart. Thank you. All right. This is last question. I will conclude with this. This is in the private chat. What is the relation of Radharani with Maya Devi? She is the source. From Radharani comes Yoga Maya. From Yoga Maya comes Mahamaya. That's how she comes. So that's the relationship. She's the source, but she's, again, just like she's a separated energy of Radharani. She's not connected, separated. Okay, we'll conclude here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you
Samasta
so
Gaur
much,
Bhakta Vrinda
Prabhuji, for
ki
such a
jai.
beautiful class. Very grateful to you. I would like to offer my obeisances to you and all the Vaishnavas assembled on the call. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhu bhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhuji ki jai.